What if I told you?
What if I told you?
What if I told you that over 4,200 children were involved in child abuse investigations in Alachua County last year alone?
That's 10% of Alachua County's children.
What if I told you?
What if I told you the Child Advocacy Center has provided services to over 8,000 children and 4,000 caregivers since 1999?
That's over 120,000 services for the most vulnerable children of this community.
What if I told you?
What if I told you?
What if I told you that none of these services would be possible without your support?
When I was 15 years old, I was sexually assaulted by a peer. He raped me against my will, and that took everything from me. I kind of held it in for a few days because I was just really ashamed of myself and what had happened, and that how could I ever let someone do that to me, even though he was really strong and a lot bigger than me. Like, I just couldn't put two together. I blamed myself, more or less. I didn't know necessarily what had happened at that time. I was so confused, so violated, so hurt. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know the process of what was going to happen, and I didn't know how to even portray what did happen. To go through an investigation where detectives were doubting you, I needed someone who I knew could do something to believe in me. That's the only way I would ever get the justice that I deserved. So the moment I saw the Advocacy Center, I felt welcomed, because just in this office there's a bunch of decorations that make it homey and you want to be here, and it's not a bad place. That's the signal that I got. Everyone was so nice and welcoming. The one thing that I remember is that nobody questioned what I had to say. Nobody doubted me. Nobody told me, oh, that's wrong, you're not saying the truth. Which at that time, being 15, going through something I had no idea what I was going through, that's the most important thing I thought. Through the center, I just built so many relationships over these past 4 years. My advocate and I talk on a weekly basis. I even include her in things that have nothing to do with the case, just how my life is going, what my degree is, what university I ended up at, my achievements throughout high school, like now what I'm doing for this advocacy center. If I didn't have an advocacy center with me, I would have had the strength and protection and courage from my parents, but I would not be here today. I would not be living. Like, suicide crossed my mind so many times, and the love and faith of my parents helped so much, but to know that there were people out in this world that could help me and bring me so much closer to what I deserved, and just to not get me through this situation, but to get me back on the path of life that I needed to be on, and now into college and moving on with my life and hopefully having a family one day. That is just really what this advocacy center gave me. Not just what I needed for that time, but tools and the strength to go on with the rest of my life. I didn't want to be labeled as, that's a girl who was raped. I wanted to be labeled as, that's a girl who went through abuse, but came back out on top and conquered and achieved, and is now making a difference for others who are being abused. By donating anything, it can be $1, it can be $500, it can be $1 million. You just don't know how much you're doing for those people. You're giving others the resources and needs in order to then go and help people who really need help. And that's just the best way to give back. I don't look at it and say, I regret that. I just wish it never happened to me, because that's not the case. I don't wish it among anybody, but I feel like it happened for a reason, and I'm here for a reason today. It's because it was all meant to be. I knew the strength I had. I was given those tools to get through, and I have. And so now I'm happy that I can sit here and speak about it and talk about it and give back and change lives and tell people that it may be really, really crappy right now, and that situation really stinks, and I know the pain that goes with it and all the heartache. But one day you won't be there. One day you'll be in such a better place. One day you'll have a happy family of your own, and you'll know those things to look out for your children, and even for your others, your friends, your family. So it's taught me a lot about who I am, where I'm supposed to be, and what I want to be.
What if I told you that a little goes a long way to restoring childhoods?
Join the movement.
Join the movement.
Join the movement.